Forsberg's 4. And Forsberg, I know you're all about the numbers, and the numbers, they are on the Celtics side in this one.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, it was hard to just stop at 4 numbers that have been good in this first 2 games of the playoff series, but I did find 4 that I liked. And I start with 15.4, which is what Kevin Durant is shooting in this series when defended by Jayson Tatum. And we saw it there at the end of game 1. Tatum's all over him, preventing the potential ceiling basket and setting up the sequence going the other way. But really throughout this series, Jayson Tatum has just elevated his on-ball defense, making sure that Kevin Durant is never comfortable. In 18 minutes and 39 seconds, 83 total possessions, he's only allowed 8 points on 2 of 13 shooting, 7 turnovers, getting his hand in the cookie jar, and 2 blocks. I just think Jayson Tatum, even though he was struggling, especially at parts in game 2, has taken his game to another level with his playmaking and with the way he's playing defense. And that is why he should be all NBA first team, because he's a two-way player, unlike some of these cats who are just one side of the ball.
I love how you tried to slide that in there as well into Forsberg's 4. I'll let you live with that one. What's coming in next?
All right, number 2 is 66.7. And that's what Jaylen Brown is shooting on all drives in this playoff series. And now look, he's already up to 13 drives per game. What I love is as soon as he sees Kyrie Irving in his path, he's like, yum, 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 yum. Here we go.
Is that the sound that he makes?
His eyes light up. Look at him. He's like between the leg, hard and dribble, and then he's just going right at it. Like Durant comes rushing over to help every single time, and he can't stop it. Even Bruce Brown has no chance. JB shot 51.3% on all drives during the regular season, a 15.4% bounce in the postseason. I just think they've been super aggressive, and they knew coming into this series they had an advantage there. And Jaylen, especially in the fourth quarters when they've needed it, has been super aggressive going at the basket, and I love it. And they have to keep that foot on the gas even though they're up 2-0.
I said this last night, and I'll say it again. I feel like Jaylen Brown, the physicality, the mentality that he's playing with right now in this playoff series, it's hit a completely different level. He is a different level of aggressive out there on the court, and I want to see more of it in this series. All right, what's coming next?
All right, next is 62.5. And you know I couldn't have a Forsberg 4 without Grandpa Al muscling his way into the festivities. So that is Al Horford's 3-point percentage in these playoffs. I was worried, Amina. Like, Al had been great over the last half of the season. But I told you, like, if all that attention is going to be on JT and JB, the role players and the other supporting cast had to step up and knock down shots. And every time Al Horford gets the ball, and it feels like they're always perpetually, like, down 7 at that moment, Al has stepped up and made the big shots. He's been huge in the series. He's also a team best plus 19 overall. He's on the glass, doing all the Al Horford things. And I know it's easy to just like be like, oh, he's been really good this year. No, he's been vital in this postseason. He had in his defense, everything that he means. Grandpa Al deserves a lot of the credit, too, for what the Celtics are doing right now.
Grandpa Al at 35 years old. Come on, guys. He is not that old. Old, but just not grandpa level just yet. Not just yet.
I might be older, but it's fun to joke about an NBA lifespan.
Right. Last but not least, what do you have coming in at number 4?
0.
0.
Not only is that Jayson Tatum's number, but that is Ime Udoka's panic level in this postseason. And I think there has been a decided advantage between the coaches when they've been out there this series. You see Steve Nash didn't make any adjustments in the second half of game 2. Ime always finds a way. And sometimes it's just like, don't panic. So they're down 17. It's easy for his team to get spooked. Ime goes into the locker room. He's calm. You'll hear Derek White say there's no like throwing of chairs or motivational speeches. It's just like, here's what we're going to do. And the Celtics go out there and do it. They've been the best third quarter team in the NBA this season. I think that reflects back on Ime. I'll put it this way. It's not just me who's saying this. Mike Gorman had a tweet this morning about all the good things that are happening for the Celtics. But number 1 has been what Ime Udoka has brought to this team. And I don't think it's a coincidence that since the Celtics have bought into his philosophies, they have leveled up to the point now where I'm convinced they are a championship-level team. And now they just got to go out there and prove it over 3 rounds of the Eastern Conference playoffs.
I can attest to the fact that Ime Udoka has to be one of the coolest coaches in the NBA right now. Just watching him throughout the regular season, but then also being around the team and being on the road with him, that's a guy that doesn't sweat at all. Doesn't sweat the small stuff, makes adjustments that he needs to make, and this team responds anytime he goes out there and says something to him.